Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, welcome to Dwarf Fortress, which is, as I understand it, one of the most complicated games that has ever been created, which obviously presented me with two options immediately. Option number one, I could spend 20 hours getting to grips with the absolute basics, so I at least somewhat knew what I was doing. Alternatively, option 2, I go in with zero preparation and try and figure it out in front of you all right now. So naturally I went for the second option, yes. So I am very sorry, my dwarf friends, but you are not making it out of this alive. Okay, I'm not entirely as doomed as I thought I might be. There's a built-in tutorial to cover the absolute bloody basics. So yeah, if I scroll down, that's one level down. If I go up, I go into the trees and into the sky, right? Meanwhile, I can go down and down and down some more, and eventually I assume bedrock is... No, bedrock is not zero, it goes into minus. Okay, so you can go a long way down. Okay, I feel like my dwarves are trying to give me a hint here, which is, yes, they've stopped right next to this lovely big mountain. And I feel like a dwarf, yeah, would want to be potentially living in a great big mountain. And presumably they're going to want water. So how about, yes, we just start going in that direction so we can get some water inside our dwarf holds. So the dwarves come in here, they go down one level, and now I want to, yes, tell them to just dig a big area. So okay, this lad here, he's the go-getter of the team, and not sure why no one else is doing anything. I clearly have 7 pops, but like 6 of them just can't be bloody bothered. Okay, I think I see the absolute basics here, which is this is a game all about zoning. Alright, the citizens take care of themselves, you just have to zone everything correctly so they've got access to the tools and resources they need. So okay, outside the front door, zone all nearby trees as, hey, you can cut these down. And inside, yes, a storage zone that is set to only contain woods. Everything else goes up here in this storage zone, which apparently is, yeah, your starting supplies or whatnot, with the exception of trash that goes outside and corpses that also go outside. Okay, to me, 7 people implies 7 beds. So okay, let's make some nice bedrooms and or bed cubbies. Aside from one extra big bedroom at the top. Whoever is the most productive worker, they get to have the nice room. So, objective 1. Winter's on its way, probably in about 3 seasons as it's spring. And yes, when that happens, there's going to be tough times. I need to trade with a caravan that comes during autumn, meaning I need something to trade. So okay, we need to make some crafts to trade with. Okay, that was it. That was the entire tutorial. So now it's all up to me. So I'm so sorry, guys. This is the point where you start dying. Okay, blatantly my storage area is not big enough. There's still tons of stuff on the wagon outside, and I think it's being eaten by like 1 million animals right now. So, okay, let's start by just expanding. I think I may be thinking way too small here. Okay, step the next, let's make the bedrooms nice here. So, what I've done is I've told these guys to just make doors and then keep making doors until I say stop. It's going to be fine. Meanwhile, use these boulders we've dug up to create walls right here. We are going to have dedicated bedrooms, though I will admit, the bedrooms are, they're smaller than I was originally planning. Apart from this one, the special awesome mega one. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, so, funny thing about living creatures, they need food to not die. Admittedly, my dwarves appear to be eating, like, 1 food every month or something. So, okay, that's good news at the bare minimum. However, we're going to need more at some point, and I suspect, yes, when winter rolls around, that's gonna be harder to arrange. So, right. Number 1, begin gathering any and all fruit in this bit of the world, right? Gather that, presumably you can just eat that raw. Meanwhile, we've got a fisher dwarf who just seems to be, yes, getting on with his own business, fishing in the nearby fishing pond and whatnot. So let's give that guy a fishery. Set this as your designated fishing zone to make sure you always do that. Be flipping beautiful. So okay, we've got berries coming in, we've got fish coming in. And downstairs I'm building a lovely big meeting zone, which the game implies is very important. So I made it big and floored it, because to be honest we were just swimming in more wood than we knew what to do with anyway, so it was fine. Are there supposed to be this many tame yaks and whatnot inside my meeting area? Because I feel like there's not supposed to be. I mean, as far as I can see, yes, doors don't seem to stop animals, because that cat is definitely just passing through doors occasionally. So, okay, we've just got a whole bunch of animals inside our central meeting area right now, which is odd, but okay. Also, I've got a genius idea. So, okay, it's late spring, summer's creeping up on us. Game said, hey, make crafts so you've got something to trade. Well, okay. Number one, I put a craft workshop right here next to my carpenter. But, can't help but notice, we have got, yes, this bloody rock everywhere, and it's kind of getting in the way of everything. So I am going to create a new sub-level because I'm a dwarf and that's a thing I can do. So, put a staircase down here. Does it need to be 2 rather than 1? Hang about. There we go. So, staircase down to level 44. And level 44 is going to be rock and wood storage. We're going to keep it out of the way of this main front hallway. Okay, it's midsummer. I've extended off the central meeting plaza to create a designated dining room right here, which is just absolutely lovely, and a kitchen right here, which I'm not 100% sure what it does, but the implication is take raw materials and turn into, like, food. So, food is good. Drink not so much, though to be honest also it is now midsummer. Okay, it's time to start producing things. And my giant basement plan is... Okay, so yeah, there were some interesting decisions made about what order we were going to hack out this room. But at the bare minimum, we are getting the rock and the wood slowly out the damn way. And yeah, when my miner gets round to it, I'm going to extend to have a little pantry over here, like a storage area designated for food, right next to the kitchen so it can be picked up, prepared, and taken straight into the dining room. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, we need to produce enough stuff that we can survive the winter. I mean, we've got a pretty good food stockpile already, but the game did imply have stuff to trade ready in autumn. So we should probably do that. So, okay, Craft Dwarf, what can we do with you? Well, we're swimming in rock, so how about you make something out of, yes, rock. Here we go. Make a rock amulet as a starting point. That cannot be a bad thing at all. And for the trade depot, okay, we're going to be needing to have a bit of space dotted about that. So how about we have that, yeah, outside with loads of lovely clean air around it. Oh, also we appear to have more people now. Some migrants have arrived, and apparently they just get to, like, join, and I don't get, like, asked about that or anything. So, okay, that's fine. We've got more people now. And honestly, this is really good news, because one of them appears to be a miner, who therefore showed up with a pick, which is good, because I haven't figured out how to make picks yet, and without a pick we can't do mining. So, yes, we've had like one dwarf doing all the mining. It's been a big issue for expanding. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked up a new miner, a new bone carver, and a new... Okay, we've got a bloody bureaucrat. Do we need a bureaucrat? I don't even know what they do. So the animals that just live in my meeting area, I think they might be hungry. Yes, they're starving to death and are getting irritated. Though, also of interest, this stray mule has great analytical abilities, a great feel for social relationships, and very good focus, but struggles with words and doesn't enjoy music. So, right, animals have a complete personality profile. Marvellous. The problem is I have no idea how to produce a feed for animals. Like, I would have assumed it was somewhere in farming. I mean, I could just, like, build a butcher in order to produce, yes, meat and bones and whatnot. I mean, I feel bad about this, but the alternative is you guys starving to death because I have no idea how to bloody deal with you. Right, we're just going to slap a butcher outside. May as well, to be honest. It costs, like, you know, 1 wood or 1 stone. We have got plenty of that nonsense. No problem there whatsoever. But yes, drink appears to be getting very low indeed. So, using a still, I can produce booze from plants, fruit, or honey. So okay, we should get a still going on, and I feel like that ought to be in, like, the kitchen area, nearby to the plants. Which, wait, where are the plants stored? Do they count as food or not? Yes, it would appear that plants do count as food. Lovely. So, okay, we've now got space for our brand new still. Build that out of wood, no problemo whatsoever. So, get that constructed, and now, presumably, I can just set that to hang about. Add new task. So, yes, brew from plant and just keep doing that, because I'm not sure what else plants do. So, just keep an eye on those numbers. And also, by the way, while it's still summer, I do have seeds right now. I should be converting those seeds into, like, farming. Though, strangely, the game is saying don't farm above ground, go, like, underground. Deeper underground is richer soil, which is... I mean, don't plants need, like, sun? Like, I'm not a farmer or anything, but I feel like, generally, plants need sun, or they die. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go for an expedition. Alright, straight down right here. There we go. Now we can just start making a staircase downwards. Okay, so maybe like a, 3x3 grid, just so we can see what the soil is like in this bit of the world. Then we just dig down some more until we find something that looks like I might be able to, you know, maybe actually farm or something. Here we go. So I've set them to, yes, start digging pretty bloody fast. People are just gathering rocks as need be. So that's just stone. Go down another level. This is... okay, once again, stone. We do have a slightly different type of stone. So, okay, this is useful exploration. I'm figuring out what's dotted about here. In particular, mudstone. That does not seem that useful. Okay, I'm not seeing anything down here. Right down to floor 37. That looks like, you know, lovely, wonderful, easy to work with agricultural land. What I will say, however, is rock salt versus mudstone. I'm going to say, dig out a lot of mudstone, alright? Dig out in this direction. Let's set up a farm down over here. Like, not a huge one or anything. I mean, we've got plenty of seeds. I'm sure it's going to be a-okay. Also, I just realised I never told the kitchen to do anything, so okay. I can see how that might potentially be a problem. Okay, fine meal. Well, is there any particular reason why I wouldn't just make the best meal possible? Let's go for, yes, like a mid-range meal, and just see how that goes. Yes, produce infinite mid-range meals. Why not? Sorry, forgot I needed to actually tell the kitchen to produce something. Right now it's just sitting there, doing nothing at all. Oh yeah, now we're making it work. Plants are going down, drinks are going up. Fish is also just here, and at some point we'll figure out how to convert that into food. I mean, right now we appear to be producing, yes, turtle stew, which is... is that one of the fish? Wait, are turtles even fish? I'm not sure turtles are fish. I'm not 100% sure. Hang on. Hang on. Are we using my fish or not? No, I think we were using the meat first. So, okay, that's now gone. So we might move over to fish now. Okay, autumn's here. We are swimming in booze, which is great. Food is reasonable, if unspectacular. And, yes, the underground expansion has gone very well. And I still haven't figured out how to feed these animals or actually butcher them either. So, okay. Okay, hang about. The meeting hall. So, just before you all go through to dinner, that's going to be your new tavern. And on the other side, that's going to be your temple, where we... oh, bloody hell. Okay, where we have to pick a god. Okay, this one has, like, worshippers. So, we're all going to start worshipping over there in the Invisible Church, which lives up to its name because there's, like, no altar or pews or anything. Like, they're invisible. Alright, the invisible one is great and mighty. Okay, the animals are now all starving to death, which honestly might be a good thing, because potentially now, like, yeah, can we, like, extract from the corpses or something? Is that allowed? No, need an unrotten extract-bearing small creature item. Okay, can you maybe butcher the animal? Give that a go. There are corpses right there. You're a butcher and... Okay, butchery is confusing. It's early autumn. The caravans arrived. Brilliant. So, okay, prosperous future versus slow and meaningless death. Honestly, I think we've done pretty well so far. So, send all amulets, all crowns as well, and all figurines to the trading spots. 31 items are about to be taken to the trading spot. These guys, oh, hang on, where are they? Are you the trader? No, you're the fisherman. Okay, we've also got... Oh, we've got a miserable person. Who's the miserable person? Oh, it's bloody Claire. I need to wear fine things. I feel so dejected. Oh, I'm so sorry that we don't have a dress made of the finest silk to go with your diamond crown while you're doing the cocking digging. Okay, so we're just taking out all the crowns and here we go. It's diplomacy time. Make your request for next year's caravan. They'll charge more for these items. Okay, well, logically then I, wouldn't request them. Because if I did, you'll just charge more for them. So, okay, I feel like I should not tell you what I'm actually, needing or wanting, actually. Meanwhile, these guys need blocks and crowns. Honestly, I'm not sure how you could possibly end up with a desperate shortage of crowns. How many bloody kings do you have? But, alright, you know what? Next year, they want crowns. They'll pay extra for it. Beautiful. Oh, here's a fun thing, though. I don't have, yes, a broker or anything. So as a result of that, I think, when I try and trade, I don't actually know the value of what I'm trading. Not exactly. I can gain a vague idea for how much money the trader is or isn't making, but oh bloody hell. I have no idea whether he'll take the deal. Right. Okay, my items are worth about 10 each. I'm trading about 40 of them. Let's say I'm estimating the combined value of my trade stuff at 400. I will take literally every pick you've got, buddy. No problem whatsoever. Oh, and Claire was just moaning she didn't have a silk dress. Okay, I'm gonna buy her a nice silk dress. I tell you what, take all the plant material. We can turn that into, yeah, booze, and it's nice and cheap. So, that there should be a reasonable, fair trade. Are you willing to do that? And, okay. Leave the plants. No, right, still doesn't want to do it. Take out the expensive pick. One pick would still be pretty good. Yeah, that's clearly a good profit. How about, yeah, the good pick? That's green. You should be happy with this, buddy. Alright, one pick and a nice dress for Claire. And there we go. The job is done. Would you like any turtle shells, by the way? Because apparently we've got, 100. Okay, they've got literally no value. Alright, guys, you can stop bringing the shells. They're not going to go for it. Still, we now know what we need to do for next year. And that's crowns, though. John. Shell. We're sitting on a giant pile of shells. Make shell crowns. Also, hilariously, the dress that we just spent a lot of our money buying for Claire. So the lad who's a farmer just grabbed it instead. And also, he appears to be wearing 2 crowns at the same time. Okay, what the cock is your deal, buddy? She felt very content after putting on a well-crafted item. Or indeed, 2 of them at the same time. Marvellous. Also, apparently she felt blissful remembering the time she dined in the good dining room. Which I don't remember. I've not seen a single person use this bloody thing the entire time it's been here. Oh, that is true, by the way. I kind of forgot to plant the farm. Never mind. No, I didn't because this isn't good enough. I need... mud or soil. How about we, plant a farm outside, where there's soil? Yeah, that seems to be working much better. Also, just out of interest, does anyone know why there's suddenly, miasma just in my storage area? Is there anything going on? Oh. That is kind of directly below where all the animals we failed to keep alive are, lying. Okay, are they going to haunt me now? I'm slightly concerned I may be being haunted. Okay, the miasma's getting worse. I'm not 100% sure. What the cock is miasma? Oh, I suspect it might be the rotten stray donkey corpse that we're just storing next to our food for the winter. Because... oh, right, the graveyard got... yes, okay. So dead animals go in the garbage pile, not the corpse pile. That's just for dwarf corpses. But this got full up, so as a result of that, okay. I'm seeing how there's a problem here. Could we maybe, like, get rid of this? Like, yes, please dump the rotten corpse. Could somebody get that out of here, please? Okay, new strategy. I'm going to lay animal traps I've made out of wood basically everywhere. In the vague hope this might generate, yes, meat that will help us get through winter, given I didn't get any food whatsoever from the traders. Okay, we are now officially in winter. We are getting no more fish in because the water's bloody frozen. And the traps aren't catching anything because, right, they need to be baited. But if we bait them, that's, you know, that's our food. Well, I've got like 2 fish I'm not really using for anything right now, so go on. I've just had a genius idea, so okay. This is above us on the ridge that we're digging into. This is ours, so this is one up. There is a frozen pond right here. Okay, so at this point, in theory, while it's frozen, during the winter, we could dig an extension to that pond in order to bring in our own pond right here. That way, we can fish inside our own base and bring the food straight into the food stockpile. So this is the top level. Go down 1 level. Then we just, yeah, that's the first point right there. Then we just bring this pond in this direction, right? So when it thaws, it is going to flood down over here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move it up to here. And we're going to create a new pond right over here. It's going to be great. And then all we need to do on top of that is build, yes, 1 stairwell here going up. Then we just dig out a nice passageway along here. That's all absolutely fine. And how do my people get to... okay, hang on. So this is going to be an underwater extended pond, right? But if I... okay, no. I know what we're doing here. Then we just go up another level. Right, okay. This is not going to flood the base. Then we just build another path going straight back down again. Maybe actually just for safety. Like, not there. Like, 1 over. Okay, now that's the thing right there. And okay, like, the stairwell might get a bit flooded, but it doesn't matter. Okay. This is going to be genius. In spring, this is going to bring the fish to me. Okay, food and drink are holding together decently. I've also, yes, set all of these storerooms to be custom, as well as extending this one a fair whack. So, okay, pretty soon we're going to, yes, stabilize in terms of there being no rock up here. It's going to be a-okay. But we've hit ruby. Hang the cock on. Have I just found some rubies right here? Okay, this might be rather useful. I mean, a ruby crown has got to be worth some better money. And possibly, yes, my giant underground storeroom might just contain rubies, which is downright weird. But, okay, just keep digging. We might just have stumbled across some, yes, like, literal jewels inside my storeroom. Step 1, am I supposed to be cutting gems or polishing stones? I have no idea, so I'm going to tell you to cut gems, and if I can't, the game will tell me that in a second. Okay, he's working on something, but I'm not sure it's the gems I was expecting him to be working on, so okay. I think like random bits of stone might be able to be turned into gems, but that's not what I really want to happen. Okay, I'm not 100% sure how we work on the ruby. Possibly I need a better jeweler, but for the time being, I've told him to start encrusting finished goods with cut gems. So they're taking the crowns and they're sticking stuff on them. That has got to make them worth more. Also, we've survived our first winter and our fishing tunnel has worked out beautifully. Okay, slight turn up for the books. There appear to be giant emus. Now, I am currently out of meat and fish and everything else, actually. These guys might be good candidates for, yes, being eaten. So, okay. What can we learn about these guys? Great deal of patience and good creativity given to flights of fancy to the point of distraction. Okay, he's going to be easy pickings if I just make some bows. Okay, I've just made a very important discovery, which is inside the People tab, there's a sub-tab covering, right, this is how we butcher everything. We're not going to slaughter the cats, okay? And the dogs, they're going to become pets. That's absolutely fine. So assign trainer, receive war training, or receive hunting training. Oh, that's the thing right there. The other cat, however, just sort of adopted someone. That cat just moved in with the administrator, as did this goose. Okay, so someone just owns a goose. Meanwhile, we've got a whole bunch of small animals outside. Right, we need a vermin catcher's shop. Also, I can't help but notice, okay, we've got no plants, drink is running low, we've supposedly got mushroom seeds, so they won't grow up on the surface, meaning I need to find some form of soil underground, but all I've got underground is rock or sand. Neither strike me as good arable lands. Right, can someone just dig like a massive tunnel, like in a huge amount, this direction, to see if maybe we can locate a tiny bit of arable land we might be able to use for something? Oh, and we've got a baby apparently. And she had the baby despite being 97. I mean, honestly, it's quite frankly impressive. So we've now got a tiny dwarven baby. Who you are? Ah, you're just carrying around on you, I assume, for the time being. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of small creatures nearby. Tame at a vermin catcher's shop. I've now got a vermin catcher's shop. So here we go. We've now tamed this cardinal. But, okay, all I can do is adopt it as a pet. Was kind of planning to eat it. Okay, in the Grand Tunnel, no sign of like any, I don't know, ground or anything. However, the game does seem okay with me just planting crops in the sand, which... this is not how crops work, but okay. Yes, indeed, this is poor soil. Cavern soil is best. Well, look, I've tunneled several cooking miles in this direction, not bloody found any. Okay, conceptually, this year seems to be going fairly well. I mean, everybody's happy. One person is cooking ecstatic. Ah, it's the person who just had a baby. Right, apparently they're really enjoying having a baby. Great. But I can't help but notice that, yes, the booze is getting low. We are really struggling to generate that much plant matter, all things considered. Meat and fish just seem to be being shoveled into traps that are not generating any food in return. I'm just a little bit concerned that, yes, we do not have a sustainable society right now. But then again, do we need one when we've got this many crowns? Okay, summer's over, it's now autumn, and I think I may have realised the problem. Which is, I told the kitchen to make nice food. And as a result of that, we have got so much food, but the problem is, yes, we may have been pouring the booze into the food. Like, beer stew, wine stew, more wine stew. That's why we've got 300 food and barely any booze. And barely any plants. And not much is going to grow now because it's autumn. So... okay, we're kind of just hoping that all the bloody crowns we made are going to be, yes, worth something. Alright lads, send in the crowns. I really hope, by the way, they don't leave before we can get all the crowns outside. Because it's taking us, you know, quite a while to bring the crowns up from the storeroom. There's only 15 of us, damn it, and apparently we're insisting on carrying them up one at a bloody time. Oh, now this is more like it. Okay, so some of the absolute masterful crowns are worth like 1,000 each. Oh yeah. Oh flippin' yeah. Okay. Now this is looking much better this year. But I still don't have a broker, and okay, so estimating roughly how much I'm actually offering you on this occasion is going to be... Okay, there's like... How many ones that are worth 1,000 are there? Like... Oh, this is just question marks as well. We've got no bloody clue. Okay, it's... This has got to be at least 5 grand. Right? No, more than that. Like, probably 10, give or take, I would say. So, okay, I'm giving you a lot of bloody crowns. And I'm expecting a lot in return, actually. Like, the good stuff. And when I say the good stuff, I have no idea what is or isn't the good stuff. I'm also playing a bit of a mystery box gamer here right now, which is, he's offering barrels. And some of the barrels contain items. But I don't know how to check what the item is. So, I mean, logically, the item's going to be booze, right? Which we're going to need to survive the winter. Okay, so, funny old thing. I could buy pretty much his entire inventory. And, that's still apparently a good deal for him. So, I don't know what any of this does, but congratulations on your ridiculous number of crowns. Right, so I assume what's going on right now is, yes, we're just sort of taking this giant pile of stuff that we don't know. Oh, thank goodness some of those barrels were drink. Okay, it turns out in the booze barrels, it was booze. And he was selling a fair amount of plant matter. We're going to survive the winter. So, okay, I have survived 2 years, but I seriously feel like, yes, I have barely scratched the surface here, because bloody hell, there is a lot going on. This is just my tiny corner of the world, by the way. This is ignoring the fact there is, yes, a giant cocky continent going on out there. Civilizations that are just doing their own thing. And to date, everyone's been super chill, but sooner or later, there's going to be crime, and justice, and witnesses of crimes, and not just routine crimes, like, hey, I just saw that guy stab that other guy. No, proper conspiracies with interrogation and intelligence and whatnot. Basically, yes, when people tell me this is one of the most complex games that's ever been made, you know what? I'll believe it, and I think what I need to do is go away and have a think about this and maybe look up some intro guides and get to grips with what's going on here. But at some point, expect a ridiculously long live stream as I try to figure out this fascinatingly deep puzzle. Right up to the point where the giant emus come back and murder me. Because honestly, I'm just basically expecting the giant emus to come back and murder me at any flipping moment. So, at some point in future, emu murder or massive success, who flipping knows which one? Hopefully, you are looking forward to finding out. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Dwarf Fortress. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Claire, show off what the button packaging does. That's amazing!
25, 50, 100, and then 110
If you need to buy the butter, you just fold the packaging onto the butter and it... that's amazing! That's such a good idea!
See,
How long has butter been doing this?
forever.